Good afternoon. It's Thursday the 7th of March. This is just a silly daft little video because it's chucking it down with rain. I'm in here with the heating on, the lights on, playing basically with the DVR and the cameras. As you can see, I've got two cameras working at the moment. I did have the third working a couple of days ago. I had a picture of the gear lever and the handbrake because the camera was dangling down from the mirror, but today I can't get to work and I don't know why. There's a lot of wiring to this thing and I still haven't quite fathomed out what half of the boxes do. But I'm just having to play because I can't do very much. The good news is I've managed to get the cupboard out of the corner without ruining it. It's currently over there. There it is, all in one piece. That's really handy because I was able then to remove the metal box that originally had the seat on it. Is that crooked? I'm sorry if this is a bit wonky. I've got the camera on the tripod, but hang on. No, I don't know. Anyway, got the box out. I've currently got the drawers sitting there because I got my laptop, or a laptop. I'm actually playing with the PVR client software. I've just got an old ADSL router sitting in there to give me a network, DHCP, and I'm just messing about playing with the remote software. It gives you a bit more control over the configuration of the cameras. For example, as you can see on this one here in the top left corner there, in fact I'll switch over to number 1. There's a little M in the top corner there. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there it is. The little M in the right corner now means it's picking up motion. You can configure this for motion detection and so on and so forth. The resolution's not bad. I mean, it's very old. It's a 10-year-old system. There's a shot from the outside. The lens is a bit wet at the moment. Oh, the heater's just burst to life. It may get a bit noisy. Hang on, let's just turn it off. I need to replace the fan in the S-bar. Fortunately I have one, a replacement fan. Bought one a while ago for Thistle thinking that I needed a new fan, but there's something odd about the S-bar and Thistle. It makes an unbelievable racket. It's almost like they're saying rubbing, but it isn't the fan and there isn't anything rubbing, and I haven't quite sussed out what it is. But the fan I bought, or rather the fan that came out of Thistle, will now go in this one because this one the bearings are shot, and I'll have to play with this one and see if they're repairable. But the outside is all a bit mucky. The lens may need polishing and cleaning, the plastic shield. The one that's currently above my head, there, works fine. That may well end up on the back of the van, or I'll buy a better resolution one. I'm currently using the 12-volt TV we bought to put in the vans. It just happened to be very convenient. It had a video input, but I couldn't find a tally or anything spare laying around. It actually had an old video style input into it, composite video. So the cabinet itself, the conf cabinet itself, that's the DVR, the silver thing. Those two, I can't quite fathom out what they are. They've got video in, video out. When I was playing the other day, I connected the composite video to the video out on that right-hand black box, and that's when I saw the image coming in from the mirror, but it's not working today. I haven't done anything different, so I don't know. I'll have to have a play around. Well, I don't even know what these boxes do, to be honest. I haven't a clue what they do. The cameras, the 4 camera inputs of those RJ45 connectors there. Unfortunately, the manual for the DVR does tell me what the pin out is for the cameras. I'm only really interested in getting a reversing camera working properly. The rest of this is just novelty for something to do. I did say on the Facebook forum I couldn't get the aircon working. Well, it works today. When I tried it before, I had the door open. Today it was working fine until I opened the door. So there's obviously an interlock there on the door control. But when I closed the door, it didn't burst back into life again. So not quite sure. Learning curve on that one, but it does all burst into life. The blower works, the control unit up there functions. I'm currently in here with all the lights on. I'm on mains hook up because I think I mentioned in the previous video, these compact fluorescents, they draw a fair amount of power. So what I'm going to do in a minute is just chuck another laptop on there. This one's not got the power to do it. This is just one I use for playing with. I'm going to stick another laptop. I might do a screen record of these. I'm just experimenting really to see what quality I can get out of this camera system. Mainly as I said, because it's just wet and horrible. Good news about... Why is that all crooked? Just bear with me a minute. That's a bit better. Not what's going on there. The tripod's all level. The good thing about being able to get this metal box out is I can now work more safely to create an opening through to the cab. I was going to end up cutting very, very close to the edges, and I didn't want to do that. There's a lot to cut through there. There's the actual yellow part, which is steel. There's a metal surround that's about 6 inches down with a seal on it, and then there's the aluminium skin both sides. And also at the moment I'm going to have to cut through the glass window surround that I've removed part of it, but that part is, that you can just see the aluminium edges to it at the moment, that is bonded to the skin of the van, and in trying to remove it, or even attempting to remove it, it's starting to break up the foam. It's glued on that well. There's no more screws in it, but it's just glued, and I can't get to the... I've got to get in between that gap in order to be able to leave it off, and I can't do that. So I'm going to have to cut through that as well. So I've got a fair bit of cutting through, and I'm going to play around with a reciprocating saw. First time I've bought myself one, never used one before. Can't realistically cut through this with an angle grinder. I think it might catch the foam alight, and it's too deep for my grinder anyway. So I'm going to play the reciprocating saw. I may actually cut through the yellow steel first, separately. I've got a nibbler that will do that. And then it's, I just had a funny turn over there. I've got a nibbler that might do it, but I'm going to create a doorway now. The other thing, of course, is now I can get all this cable. I've already removed a lot of it. There was a heck of a lot of conduit there with nothing in whatsoever. I can now focus on this lot. The vast majority goes to the left. Most of the cabling seems to run up the van and then either spur off to the left to feed this side of it, or it actually goes across, and it's, you can't see it from there, let's wind the camera up a bit. Will it show? No, there's actually some cabling running above the top of the tray. Good thing about the fact I can now get to cabling is I've already removed a huge amount of redundant cabling that I had coiled up and just tucked away. So I'm quite happy now, and it means we can get the cooker in a slightly better position, probably in this corner over here. I can do a lot now that this big metal thing's out of the way. So that'll do for today. I might add on to the end of this video just a bit of video grab from this DVR system, just for the novelty of it. But basically, wet, horrible, grotty weather, so in the van, messing around playing. This morning I was doing fencing out in the field. The sheep, we gave the sheep away. They've gone to a sanctuary in the Wirral. They're very, very happy there apparently. The sheep are gone now, so I'm starting to do some work on the fencing in the field, which I need to do this month or next, ideally, simply because the ground's damp. And trying to get, if any of you have ever tried doing stock fencing, getting stakes 2 foot in the ground every 6 feet or every 10 feet over several hundred yards is no fun at all. And I may well start doing that in April-ish, if I've got the ground ready. But there we are. That's the status of play for the time being. Cabinet out. Did I mention what I found up there? No, I didn't. Cabinet out. Happy bunny. Gives me scope now to really put a proper way through without it being too awkward to get in and out of. Going to build a futon bed here on top of this metal thing. but I couldn't remove or won't remove. That one's just in too well. The other one wasn't glued down at all, it was just bolted down. But this metal one, that's too much. But that's where the futon bed's going to go. IKEA used to sell them. It would have been cheaper to have bought one from IKEA than make one because they were so dirt cheap, but they don't anymore. But I've got a whole load of oak flooring. I'm going to use that. It'll make a very attractive looking futon, and that will give us a settee bed, and I can then think about doing something else in this corner with. Maybe we can get some cabinets in there or something like that. Still toying with the idea of whether to take this panel out. I could remove it. The only thing that really would be in the way is the mains hookup is on the other side, and that protrudes by about 50mm. But I could remove all this, but I'm inclined not to. I think I'm going to leave it there and work around it. It's only taken up 3 or 4 inches, and it's going to be very useful for bits and pieces. Now that I've been able to explore more, I'm starting discovering pathways where I can get water pipes through. With a bit of luck, if I get this wiring right, I won't have to do a step there, unless I decide to bring ducting through to get some heat to the other side of the van. But my attempts to get this thing out persevered, and I'm pretty happy. Anyway, thanks for watching. Well, if this is working properly, I'm now recording this window. 2 cameras there. Let's switch over and watch just one camera. What a mess. There's the external camera. You can configure the software. This may or may not appear on the screen. I don't know.